Hello, brothers and sisters. I'm Austin Carroll, and I was wanting to talk to y'all about simple cognitive perceptive reality. It's a simple property talking about two different categories. And you know, in most of my videos, the categories that I use the majority of the time are Christians, believers, and non-believers. And I've explained a little bit about what it means to be a Christian, what it means to be a believer, and what it means to be a non-believer. And quite a few of y'all have spoken to me one-on-one, asking what it means to be a believer, what it means to be a non-believer, what it means to be a Christian. And I don't feel like I've went too in-depth with y'all. I don't feel like I've explained it in such a way that made me feel that it was sufficient. So I wanted to give y'all two new categories. And of course, I'm going to tell you which of the three categories fits into these two categories. They're not two new categories. And to explain what simple cognitive perceptive reality is. First off, simple, meaning, of course, easy to understand, easy to comprehend. Cognitive, of course, working with the brain and brain processes. Perceptive, point of view or an idea of what you believe or what you see or what you can bring from or deduce from a situation. And of course, reality. Basically a fact check that brings in the real reason why we're having this conversation. Which is, in your life, you either serve God to do His will, or if you're a believer, you believe He should serve your will. Now, there's many different perspectives on being a Christian, being a believer, and being a non-believer. And what I'm going to talk about is all three, and the two new categories that we have. God being the servant, or you being the servant. Because even believers, of course, by simple nature, to believe. Believers believe there is a God. Non-believers do not believe there is a God, or what also falls in the situation is someone that does not acknowledge the existence of a supreme being. And many of y'all already know my stance on that. That's why I come to make videos such as these, to explain different scenarios, to answer questions on faith. What is trust? What is honesty? What is love? And that's why I was wanting to get another video up to explain the God's servant or the servant of God, and to differentiate what that means. To even say there are believers that believe God is there to serve them, to feed their whim, to make their lives perfect. In a sense, sometimes these believers and non-believers alike who become preachers tend to do it for their own benefit, to sow seeds that seem to bear fruit, meaning on the surface look good, taste good, but even poison in a top sirloin steak can kill you. So my warning to all of my brothers and sisters is, watch who you put your trust in. Be careful who you hear the word from. And it never hurts to question. How do you know this? Why do you believe this? Why are you telling us this? Guard yourself against false prophets. And my believers and my Christian brothers and sisters, pray about it. Ask your Father what is correct. Or if you're already a Christian, you will be able to tell easily who is telling you the truth and who is lying. So are you someone that believes that God should serve you? If you believe in our Father, or are you a Christian that believes you were created to serve your God, to serve your Father, to carry out His will? Brothers and sisters, I challenge you today to question yourselves. Which category do you fit in? And why do you fit in that category? Is this truly who you want to be? And if you're a Christian, are you doing the will that you were sent to do? Or are you lollygagging, loathing, lying, cheating? We were all created in the beginning to be perfect. We lost that opportunity. But since our Father sent His Son to die for us, we have been given a second chance. And with the Holy Spirit residing in us, for any and all of you that are already Christians, you know the wisdom, the power, and the ability to do great things is apparent because the Holy Spirit resides in you. So the question is, if you have not accepted Jesus as God's Son and accepted residence of the Holy Spirit in your heart and in your soul to fill you with a more abundant life, then what are you doing with your life? Are you wasting time? Brothers and sisters, believers, non-believers, give this video some thought. And I challenge you, if you have any questions or comments, comment on this video, send me a message. I all of a sudden got a Twitter account, Austin T. Carroll. Let me know what you think. And if you'd like to see more videos and more subjects discussed, let me know. And hopefully I've enlightened you into what it means to be a Christian, a believer, a non-believer, and also the new two categories that I explained today that fall under the simple, cognitive, perceptive reality umbrella. Believing that God is here to serve you and make your life perfect, or being here to serve a perfect God, to do His will, and to attain and secure the chance to live in a perfect heaven with your Father. To all of y'all, I hope y'all have a blessed evening, and I will be making another video soon.